of Alex Bowman is currently in the free pass. Oh, and the 88 goes around in the middle of 3 and 4 right in front of the 24.
And the caution comes out. Back going the right direction is Alex Bowman.
This is a huge break for the 24, who's definitely going to have to come get tires. We're going to see how NASCAR scores it. It's Bowman on the bottom, Dillon in the middle, William Byron up top. And there's just not enough space for everyone. The 88 goes in, and this is where the trouble starts. He forces the 3 up. The 3 makes contact with the 24. That is the damage for the left rear of the 24. And then when you get to the other end of the racetrack, I think Austin Dillon says, listen, you may be in the playoffs and I'm not, but you're just not going to run me over. He sends the 88 up the racetrack.
That was an aggressive move into turn 1 by Bowman.
And look at the guy in the bottom, that bright yellow 22. We're hearing from NASCAR, free pass Joey Logano. You talk about moments that change the entire course of a race. That could be the moment that saves Joey Logano's night. Caution, that's the exit of the backstretch chicane. This has got to bring out a yellow.
Yes,
it's going to sit right there.
Pointing in the wrong direction.
I was going to say, just like the first, we were going to get yellow. Maybe my magic 8-ball talked to me.
Let's see what happened.
Oh, got a little help getting down into the braking zone there. Man.
He's been battling the 43 for a few laps. And
Bowman just cleaned him out.
Yes.
Have to wonder, you said it, Steve, been battling the last several laps. It looked like Bowman.
Some tempers flaring between Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace, showing you what was happening after the race is Alex Bowman catching his breath.
And I think we have to go back to the chicane move where Alex basically spun Bubba out, and Bubba didn't appreciate it, and he came over, and I mean, you can't hit a man when he's sitting on the ground, so you just throw water on him. I guess that's what you do.
We had shown earlier the 23 with a little bit of an issue, guys.
Wow, pretty aggressive getting into turn 3 by Joe Graff Jr. John Hunter Nemechek chases him back down into 1. Return the favor a little bit. Spins him around. Spins himself around.
Well, we saw the bumper cover fly off the one car of Michael Annett. He went over and talked with Mike Harmon, who was the car that got into him. What was that conversation?
Arguing with an idiot. I've been told don't argue with idiots. People watching might not know who the idiot is, so had to get out of there pretty quick. But just unbelievable. These guys built a really fast race car. You know, we got really great power under the hood with Hendrick engines and having Speedway motors this time here at Indy. But just watched the 20 car go underneath him going into 3. So I was following the 20. And he just kept coming down. I'm like, he's got to know I'm here at this point. And he just kept coming down, and my left sides were on the curbing in the grass. He said spotter told him he was clear. He was coming down pit road. The spotter tells our spotter he never said anything. Just a bunch of idiots. We're going too fast to have people like that out there. And if he's blaming on the spotter, he better have someone else up there, because that's what this place is all about, is trusting the guy, because we're not lifting. So just unbelievable. I don't know what we're going to do here. I mean, it was just straight up ripped the bumper off, so there's no damage to the chassis. So I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do, but just disappointing.
Thank you, Michael.
I mean, it was our fault. We made a mistake. The spotter said it was clear. I wasn't clear, and, you know, I didn't want to tear my car up, tear his car up either. I respect everybody, and I demand respect. And, you know, I apologized to the guy when he came over the car, explained to him what happened, and then he took it to another level when he started calling me an idiot and whatever else. And I don't appreciate that. I'm not going to take it.
So what has to happen here moving forward for you two to make your peace?
Well, I mean, I'm good with it now. I told him how I feel. I called him out. He didn't show. You know, and so, you know, I'm good with it if he's good with it, but I'm not going to be disrespected by no means.
This is how it started when Dale Earnhardt Jr. bumped Robbie Gordon, and then after the race, Robbie Gordon retaliated.
Well, again, this is Bristol. Earnhardt Jr. felt like he was done wrong. He didn't have an opportunity to come back. This is what happens. But I disagree with what these guys are doing. This race is over with. You got a problem with one another, get out and settle it man to man. This right here is being disrespectful.
31 wouldn't get out of the way. Lap down, racing the leaders with 10 laps to go, but that's why that's why it takes 3 or 4 times for him to finally get into the West Cup Series, because he don't pay attention, he don't know what he's doing.
I don't know why he would be running into me after the race. I mean, he's the one that knocked me sideways early, and he tried to run me into pit wall, so I hit him back. You know, we had a good car all day. Singular car was a good car. Jeff Gordon snookered me at the start. You know, that was unfortunate. I mean, he started to go, and then he stopped and let me get a stop and go. So, you know, it's it's just the way it goes. You know, Bristol's always exciting. I got to be honest, I had a lot of fun today. The car worked really good. We had a car that was easily good as a top 10 car. Just got to be up there to run there, and it's just really hard to get through traffic.
Robbie, this may be a dumb question. Is this a frustrating place to race?
It is, because so many times you can be as a victim of circumstance. Like, I was running along just fine, and Dale Jr. decided to, move me out of the groove. I lost 20 positions right there at that point. So, I didn't quite understand why he did that early in the race, and then after the race, why he ran into me again on the side. So I don't know what I did to make him mad, but hey, nobody runs into me.
I just stopped. I wasn't confident. They were telling me on the radio how fast you're going. They told me that they did not win.
Kyle Busch having a little trouble here. Late in the race. Gets into the corner, runs to the back of it. Oh.
What happened there with the 53 there late?
52, get it right. Don't know.
How did that impact your car?
Killed it.
What did you think? Were you happy that you were able to come back after the early damage?
Nope.
To your car? What happened there at the beginning of the race?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
How about the heat? What effect did the heat have on you? No fine out there the whole time?
Any thoughts that you're going to a place where you won last year in Richmond?
Nope, can't pass there.
You feel okay about your chances overall?
Don't care.
Does it help any at all that you have the bonus points coming in here, coming out of this race?
Just here so I don't get fined.
Do you feel like if you had been able to get the top 10,
I'm answering the dumbest questions over and over again. Am I good? We're waiting for NBC. We got NBC coming for you. Yep.
At the beginning, I couldn't get in here. Huh?
Was told he was going to go high. Thought he was going to go high. He went middle because thought he was going to go high. And killed our day. I don't know. I mean, should have run 4th probably, but instead 19th. I don't know. What? We're the top echelon of motorsports, and we got guys that have never won late model races running out here on the racetrack. It's pathetic. They don't know where to go. So, what else do you do?
And for you guys just going through the playoffs, you had that 45-point buffer. Do you fall back on that? Is it really sticking your mind at all?
It's pathetic to have to lean on insurance. My premiums are going to go up.
Yeah, don't run over here.
Don't run over here. You don't take my...
He's a fucking piece of shit, John. You don't do anything wrong.
Go. Well, you know what a piece of shit is. Go. All right. Go.
I don't really appreciate that a whole lot. He's kind of Johnny Davis's golden child and can't do anything wrong. And
Parker, we'll see if we can get a look at what Joey was talking about. This is some of the, that was the punt right there, according to Joey. And you can see it bent up the hood on Ross's car.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid hit there. Yeah, that's been pretty aggressive, but you know, we don't know everything that took place before that, so I'm sure that if we were able to talk to Ross Chastain, we might get a little different view of it, because seldom do two drivers have the same view.
Fucking drove into turn 1 and left. We were racing 340 I barely touched your ball. Wrecking. Coming up to you. You have a choice against your wall. he wants it. Okay, so the difference between me barely counting that and you reckon you want to look at it for 5 times. No, you're not. Dude, I barely touched it. It's not even a mark on it. I'm looking over there. When was that? You should have won it then again. When or you think you reckon it? Restart? On the restart? Dude, I'm there. And you came down. I'm on the apron. 2 was a couple laps before that. I'm on the apron. And you come down across my nose. And you get mad about that? Let's watch the film, man. All right. Good job. Yeah, thanks, bud.
Harrison Burton, this is part of the learning process right here. He's having a discussion with Paul Menard. I've never seen Paul Menard have too many words. It looks like there's a little bit of disagreement on what happened. As an 18-year-old, though, that's got to be difficult but important to learn this process as you talk to some of the veterans who obviously disagree. Paul said, listen, I wrecked him. He hit me twice. I hit him in the bumper. I spun him out on purpose.
Yeah, he's telling Paul that he didn't feel like he did anything really to deserve that. And Paul says, well, you run me in the door down here in 3 and 4. And he says, well, I'm looking at your car and I don't see any marks on the side of it, so I must not hit you too hard.
And so let's chat about, first of all, the racing with Paul Menard. Kind of walk me through your view of that. And then secondly, his contact with you that put you on the wall.
He was holding us up for a long time in the race. I raced him clean for a long time in the race, and honestly, the whole race. We got a restart there. The first thing that he said he was mad about was I hit him on the restart, but I was on the apron, and he turned down across my nose, and then got mad at me about that, and then I barely touched his door, got out of the gas because I didn't want to hit him any harder than I did, and then I let him back go, and then passed him clean, and he wrecked me. So, frustrating day. He didn't seem to really care, and that's fine for him. I'm just going to go out and beat him on the racetrack. That's all you can do to show these guys that I'm here to play. I'm not here to get pushed around anymore. So, I'm just going to go out and win.
And you're exactly right, Doc. I spoke to Tony about his situation, and he said there's some things in the works. He's had a great opportunity to run this race car this year, and he's had a lot of fun doing it. The DLP folks have been great.
Congrats to Brett and everybody at GMS, but this car Shield Chevy, should be up there on top of that stage. I wish we could have raced it out with him. So had a lot of fun racing with him, clean, and coming back through the field.
No, I mean, it's not that I didn't want to let him have his lap back. It was just one of those deals where Keller was in second and we're coming to the caution, and you never know how long or how bad the caution is. And I let Randy go by, and he just didn't get there in time, so I can't babysit him.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
This is going to be an interesting season.
Win of the season. You are the worst driver ever! I hate you! Kyle Petty and Michael Waltrip, they're going at it. Petty ripping off the gloves. He wants to punch him. I crush you. Now he's mad at somebody else. Kyle Petty, rather displeased, as were many others, as you'll find.
Allgaier's got the run on the high side. Does he get any help? Not right now. Now he's going to look low. Here comes Meanwhile, going to crash. Kyle Busch, the 22 of Keselowski. All right, let's go back and show you what happened. And it looks like there's going to be some discussion in pit road again. We can talk about what might have happened, but they obviously disagree with that.
He's right on the back. He's going to take a look, and Earnhardt's going to be up on the high side. Carl Edwards just got his mirrors full. He's a little bit loose off the 2. He's sideways around, and he got turned.
Caution flag is out. And here comes Carl Edwards back out on the track.
Carl runs into the 8 car.
Well, I'm sure, NASCAR had a meeting with us the other day, Tony and I, and said they weren't going to stand for that stuff, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I hope Dale's, I don't know what to say. It's racing. I was just upset.
Did you get too loose off of turn 2? The video looks like you got a little loose off of 2.
We broke something. I think it was traction. So we'll see. I mean, it's just.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't going to get mad. I've had enough stuff happen lately. I'm just having a good time, and I just want to make sure he knew that I was upset there.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. I know Carl's really mad, but we got a run off that corner, and he was sideways, and I don't know if he was going to hit the wall or whatever, but he just checked up, and we got in the back end of him, and I'm sure he's mad and thinks we wrecked him on purpose, but it was the last lap or the second to last lap. We was racing pretty hard there. If I got disqualified, 88 would have won anyway, so it would have been a good deal either way. Yeah, you win either way, so this is not a bad day. Not too bad. I'm real proud of Menards and Tony Sr. and all the guys give me a real good car. We weren't good when it counted there at the end. We got tight, and Carl had the best car, but don't always work out that way.
2 questions. One, is it okay for you to win having bumped someone out of the way?
Well, it probably divides. I mean, we got a great core of fans, but that definitely is going to divide them right down the middle. So.
Second question, was Carl's response to you to let you know that he was disappointed in you okay?
No, not really. I had my hand out the window after the race, and he could have took my hand off. So luckily, nothing. He didn't. But pretty stupid. But I seen him do it before. So I should have known.
Agreement about who was to blame.
Larry accosted me. So I have a real problem with that. I have a problem with Ernie Irvin and that whole bunch. Evidently, it wasn't my fault on that deal. He drove up into me, and he wrecked himself. Then he had the audacity to come over here and accost me. I'm not happy with it, and I'm going to have a talk with NASCAR about it. He's just lucky I didn't knock him on his butt.
Anytime you get near Darren Cope, it don't matter whether he's on the lead lap or a lap down or 5 laps down. You can't race him.
For Mark Martin, the 5th Super Speedway win of the year and a new single-season record in Busch racing. And a bit of a fracas on pit road between a couple of the crews involved in some of the on-track altercations in the last few laps there.
Round 2.
Let's go down to victory lane. Glenn